During week 4 of the XFL season, the Dallas Renegades just had a really, really bad week. Their offensive coordinator, Hal Mumme, got hit on the sideline, broke his leg. They also lost to their in-Texas rival, the Houston Roughnecks. They lost 27-20. And their quarterback, Landry Jones, played badly and also got hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4. The things just pile up more and more. I did not mean for that to rhyme. Oh, gosh. It's terrible. Rhymes are, it's terrible. It's a crime. Landry Jones, he played really bad. I think that's the worst game he's played all year. It's very interesting. Like, week 2 and 3, Landry Jones made progress from, week 2 was okay. It was his first start in LA. Week 3, I was like, oh, hey, Landry Jones, not perfect, but it's his second start in the XFL. He's getting better. And then week 4 just was a dud. His first 3 drives of the game all produced interceptions. He was not good. And just week 4 for Landry Jones was a gigantic step backward. He made terrible decisions. He kept forcing throws into coverage. And he did it over and over again. I'm like, dude, that guy's not open. What are you doing? And now his head coach, Bob Stoops, and his offensive coordinator, Hal Mumme, they kept supporting him. They kept saying, hey, it's okay. Bob Stoops even... it's very interesting watching the film. Bob Stoops and Hal Mumme blamed receivers for his interceptions, but the reality is those guys were simply not open. And it's funny, even in the moment, Bob Stoops was like, dadgummit, why are you throwing there? He's not open. Like, Bob Stoops he very carefully changed his language in the interview compared to what he said when he was mic'd up on the field in the moment. It's very telling to me. Bob Stoops really wants to support Landry Jones, and there's a good reason for it. Now, a lot of people believe it's because, Landry Jones played for a long time with Bob Stoops at Oklahoma, and they're buddies and they're friends, and sure, I no doubt that plays a part. But the biggest reason to me why the Dallas Renegades consistently support and back Landry Jones, well, there's 2 reasons. Number one is, the biggest reason, actually, to me, you're not going to believe this, but it is true, Landry Jones gives the Dallas Renegades the best opportunity to win football games. He's a better quarterback all around than their backup, Philip Nelson. Philip Nelson, the backup quarterback, he's got a really weak arm, and he legitimately struggles to throw the ball more than 5 yards downfield. Anything other than like little checkdowns and 5-yard hitches and little dinky throws underneath, he straight up just struggles. He's not very good at... there was he got into the end of the game against Houston. The team limped their way down the field. They got 2 gigantic penalties that helped them, get yards downfield. They also had Philip Nelson ran the ball up the middle for a big gain. But Philip Nelson, when it came time to throw the ball, all season has struggled to actually do that. He cannot get the ball down the field. He's not good at that. And Landry Jones' arm talent vastly opens up the Dallas offense. They're just a better, more capable football team when Landry Jones' arm is playing quarterback for the Dallas Renegades. Interceptions or not, he opens up the playbook. They can throw the ball more than 5 yards downfield. They're better. The Dallas Renegades are a better football team when Landry Jones is their quarterback. Also, you have to acknowledge a lot of people will say this is the true number one reason. I don't think it is. I think, again, Landry Jones is actually, when you watch the film, the best quarterback option for the Dallas Renegades. But number 2, you got to acknowledge just politically, Landry Jones is a far better option at quarterback as well. He played quarterback at Oklahoma for a long time. Oklahoma and Texas are border rivals, but a lot of people in the Dallas area are actually Oklahoma fans. And the hope and belief is, hey, our fan base in Dallas is going to draw the Oklahoma crowd. We have Bob Stoops, a former Oklahoma head coach. We have Landry Jones, a former Oklahoma quarterback. He's a big name. And we believe Landry Jones playing quarterback for the Dallas Renegades, aside from the fact he's also our best quarterback, we believe he's going to draw in fans. But again, he also is legitimately their best option at quarterback. Philip Nelson is super limited. But at the end of the game, Landry Jones hurt his knee. He was a quarterback sneak up the middle, hurt his knee, and he's going to miss at least the next 2 weeks, if not longer. So now Dallas is in a really, really bad situation. They are 2-2. They will likely be 2-4 when they get their starting quarterback back from an injury. And sadly, the reality is that because Landry Jones is going to be injured for the next 2 weeks, maybe longer, when he does finally come back, He's not going to be ready because he missed a bunch of reps coming into the year, didn't get reps, and looked horrible the last 2 weeks. And he's going to struggle again when he gets back because they're going to keep saying, well, he's still getting the rust off. He hasn't got a lot of reps. They're going to keep blaming reps and say, look, Landry Jones needs more reps, but he's not going to get reps while he's injured. So the problem's just going to compound and make it worse and worse and worse. So Dallas is struggling with a really messy, really ugly quarterback situation. Landry Jones is the best quarterback they have. He cannot stay healthy. And, it's really too bad because Dallas has a talented roster. They almost beat the St. Louis Battlehawks week 1, even though they had a backup quarterback, Philip Nelson. Like, Dallas is a good roster, but their quarterback play has just been problematic. Now, in the next 2 weeks, they play the New York Guardians and then the DC Defenders. The New York Guardians are getting better. They're trending up. The DC Defenders are trending down, but they're still winnable games. Dallas, they're much more winnable games if they had Landry Jones at quarterback, but these are not immediate losses for Dallas. They're not going to be favored, I would believe, but the other teams are beatable. They're not playing the Houston Roughnecks again. They're not playing the St. Louis Battlehawks again. These are teams that their roster is capable of beating if their defense steps up and makes plays, and if their quarterback, Philip Nelson, doesn't turn the ball over. There's a possibility the Dallas Renegades could win the next 2 weeks, but it all depends on their quarterback play. And sadly, I think their quarterback play is not good enough. Dallas, I just feel bad for them. Their season's getting ruined by their quarterback situation. That makes me really, really sad for them.